What does this mean for AI product management? Simply put, solving customer problems using data and enabled by AI and ML. In the past, data was mostly used for analytics, where once your product is launched, you will run some data reports, you will do analytics, and you'll find some insights. Based on that, you will go back and program something and create products. In the world of AI, we actually start with data. We will try to find out, given the data that I have today, what sort of problems can it solve? Or if I have a problem, and this is where the product manager's focus should be, if I have a customer problem, can AI and ML solve it? And then do I have data to solve that problem? So that is where this little shift happens. But then it comes with its own sets of challenges. And this is generally overlooked, or we don't um, pause to focus on the challenges that AI and ML is bringing in the product management world. And hence, many times we are also unable to explain why are these challenges becoming a showstopper for getting funding or getting the resources or getting the talent. So let's say what is the challenges that this poses, like the AI product management. One, the number one is ambiguity of outcomes. And what I mean by that is deterministic versus probabilistic approach. If you think about it, in the past, in the traditional product management world, we are very used to selling one or zero. Computer programs is all about binary one or zero. You will tell your, let's say, a simple website that the submit button has to be blue. Or when the customer launches on my e-commerce site, and if they are logged in, we will say, hello, Tom. So we program the computer. We know either this will happen or that will happen. We exactly know what our computers are going to be programmed and what the product is going to be doing exactly as we have programmed it to be doing. But now with machine learning, it is no longer deterministic values. It is a probability that you're working on. And with that, what I mean is now it will be something like the probability that this customer will buy my product is, let's say, 80%. If I show X number of products using a recommendation system, the probability of the customer liking the result sets, let's say, is 90%. Or let's take even a really significant real world example. Cancer and healthcare is using AI and ML a lot. So looking at an X-ray film, your ML can make a prediction that with 95% prediction or accuracy, the machine learning can predict that this customer may have TB or this patient may have tuberculosis. It's only a percentage. It's no longer, yes, they have it or they don't. So that is the kind of variables a product manager has to now play with. Explainability of outcomes. Given the data set that we have and the way machine learning algorithms run to create models, it many times become a black box on how these predictions are given. And yet another example of it is you decline a credit card holder of their ability to purchase on on an e-commerce site. You will say, okay, as you put your credit card to buy something, the backend decisioning engine, which is running over a machine learning algorithm, will say, okay, decline this person's credit card because you don't know why they said because. The front end will just come and decline your credit card. On the back end, if it is a deep learning algorithm or a machine learning algorithm, many times getting to know why exactly the customer was declined becomes a data science issue where you go back and you need to know, okay, what exactly were the machine learning factors that went in because of which this person was declined. So, how can you explain your outcomes? And then fairness, bias, and data imbalance. The data that you use may not be very balanced, it may be skewing towards one segment of people. The new infrastructure, processes, and tool. Given the AI and ML world that we live in, the AI ops infrastructure, the processes, the tools that we are using is very different than what we are used to. And then identifying the right problems to solve that creates the intelligent experience remains still a really big issue for the product managers. And hence, product managers have become so much more relevant. And some of these thoughts I've already covered on the previous slide, so I'll just run through these ones. Like, product managers have become more relevant than ever before to embed intelligence into the product. So, in the machine learning life cycle, the role of product managers have become so important is that going in, you should know what sort of machine learning or AI capabilities can be used to solve your problem. It cannot be an afterthought. And then we will dig into this a little later as well. Finding that right machine learning problem from the business problem that you have, how do you translate it into a machine learning problem so your data scientists exactly know what to model for? And then these problems are not easy to go to your stakeholders and pitch the return of investments because AI products take a long time to materialize. And then finally, the very important factor here as a product manager that you need to understand is, where is the data within your company? Who is bringing the data? And identifying those right set of stakeholders and groups who have the control of data is very important for a product manager. And then the most important thing remains, more as a learning thing, have have a very good operational understanding of the machine learning process. Who does what and when in the whole machine learning process?